What's up, guys? Steven here from Powell's Power Ups. I got an overview video for a client. This is Justin's KR Flagship. He has this Escanor theme going on here. Blue paint, all this sweet etching on it. Anyway, sent it to me, wanted me to do an install. So in our blade, for our blade connector, we have a stock NPXL connector version 3. That doesn't seem to want to focus. There it is. We got 16 beautiful LEDs on that. And then here for our switch, we have a single switch operation. It's got a tactile switch underneath of it with 5 NeoPixel LEDs. This is the KR Sabers, or from the Saber Armory, the pixel switch, the 12 millimeter. And then on the inside, we have my first resin printed chassis to go into a Saber. Found some designs online, like the lion here. Put it on the side, on both sides actually, stretched it across. And then here we have a little emblem. I painted this one. It was printed in gray, but I painted the inside of the battery and CFX compartments black. And then I painted some of this with a metallic gold paint and then some accents in blue. And turned out pretty nice. I like it. It looks pretty sharp. So we got it holds an 18650. We have the positive end battery tab there. Negative end here is these battery tabs are glued in place with E6000 industrial adhesive. We got spring side as negative. So when you look at your battery here, this is your battery 18650. Keep power. We got positive and negative. Okay. So put your negative against the spring side. Also make sure you're always handling the lightsaber by the metal portion. Don't handle the lightsaber by the chassis. It is not as strong as the metal, and this chassis is susceptible to breaking because it's just resin printed. It's not metal. Anyway, so just hold it by the metal. Put your negative against the spring. You can see just push against that spring and then push your positive end in. You can hear it kick on with a boot sound. We have your Crystal Focus X here with the SD card side up. I got you onboard LEDs. Whenever the Saber is not ignited, these are your power level. This is your power level indicator. So this battery is fully charged. As it drains, it'll go down to the yellow and then the red. And then whenever you kick the Saber on, it does dancing and different kinds of accent effects there. Your NeoPixel switch just pulses while the Saber is idle, and then it just mimics the main blade style whenever it's on. And then here on the bottom here, we got a Vico, or maybe, I'm sorry, this is the KR Sabers from the Saber Armory 22 millimeter speaker on the bottom. So we can see our pixels dancing. We can see our switch here is just got an audio flicker going on. Just a flickering effect. Right? Whenever you take the battery out, just push down against that spring, pull out the positive ended head. And same thing, just push against the spring, pop it in. Careful when you slide your chassis on. By the way, there's no area here for set screws to hold the chassis in place. So your chassis, there's a bit of it that goes up, almost up to the switch right here inside. And then I put E6000 around the inside of it, which is that industrial grade adhesive. It's kind of like a rubberish kind of glue, but it's pretty strong stuff. So your chassis is glued up in there, good to go. Put your hilt together. You got twist on, twist off. Let me grab a blade real quick. I can stick that in. This is a short NeoPixel test blade. kill this light. There it is. Looks good with the blue.
Sound bank selection. Audio player. SD card use system menu. Volume. 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 Sound bank selection. Volume. Blade power. Volume. Previous menu. Volume. Blade length. Color profile. Previous menu. System menu. Exit menu.
You can kind of see the blade. I guess on the inside here there's some holes because you can see the blade shining through out the emitter on the inside of these shrouds, so it kind of lights up the emitter there a little bit on each side, so that's pretty neat. You got spectrum, so you got all 32 colors in here. I'll have a printout that goes over all 32 colors and all 32 of the blade profile. There's blade profiles. So there's several blade profiles on here, all kinds of different ones. Anyway, there's the saber, all done. Thanks for sending it to me. I'll do a post with it. Take some pictures, probably not post it. And then tomorrow I'll get this boxed up and sent out to you. So thanks for choosing me to do the install. I hope you enjoy it. It's a cool saber. One thing I forgot to mention that I want to mention, if you want to access the SD card with your CFX, step 1, make sure your battery is removed. Step 2, you see there's this little gap right here. You can just gently put like a Allen wrench or like a little something underneath there just to be able to lift that CFX up, which will allow you to access your SD card. Then you can put it back in and then you can push it back down sitting flush inside of the chassis. On a few of your, I haven't added it yet right there where the positive is, but on like here where I have some of your LED pads bridged, I added some liquid electrical tape just to cover those connections. I'm probably going to add a little bit right there on the positive and negative terminals and the speaker terminals here, just as an added layer of protection in case that board were to come up and touch the inside of your handle there. We don't want it to do that. It shouldn't. It's pretty snug. But just as an added layer of safety. Then, if, like I said, if you want to get the SD card, you can do that. If you actually want to hook up to Rice and access the micro USB port, you can actually just lift this whole thing up and take it up out of here. It's not super hard. And then when you're done, gently and carefully make sure all the wires are tucked underneath, and then you can press it back down into the chassis. It's a nice little press fit, just like that. All right, there you go. May the force be with you.